What's happening, chess fans? Welcome to Net Chess and Chill. Today is episode number 65 on my journey to 1200 ELO. So, if you guys enjoy my content, please like and subscribe. Go check out the link below, Fee and Keto Club. Use code NETCHESS to get 10% off of the coolest chess streetwear that you can find on the market. It supports the channel, and also it's really awesome. They have great designs, so check them out. And I guess without further ado, let's get into today's game. All right. Switch the scene. Get some tunes on. I raised the volume of the music a little bit. If it's too loud, y'all let me know. I also have my coffee. So we are rated 1125. And yeah. If you guys hear a bunch of noise in the background, it's also because I have my dishwasher going. So sorry about that. All right, Jorg. He is rated 1198, so he is where we want to get to. We're going to play a London. And bishop to f4 is what I like to do. We're going to play e3. And okay. He brings his bishop out there. I don't know if I'm too worried about that. I'm going to go ahead and develop this knight. He does have a move like this, which I'm going to, I think, stop with a c3. All right. So he could be trying to bring his knight over to here. That tends to be something that I feel like my opponents do often, trying to go for my bishop. I could play a move like h3 to tuck my bishop in. That might be a bit slow. I think that developing is probably just fine. Getting this knight over to here, I kind of want to trade off the bishops now. I think that would be pretty ideal. If I played h3 and he does do that, I actually have a move like this, I think. No, I don't. I don't really want to play that either. I am going to... I think plopping the knight in the center is a good move. I'm gonna... I always do this and it ends up being better. I'm just gonna develop my bishop. I'm ready to castle, basically. I can take on d3 with my queen. These indecisive moments are what really get me on the clock, so I need to probably just study my lines. That would probably help me a lot, but I'm used to these kind of positions. He did play a little funny. I guess he brought the bishop out before he developed all of his knights and stuff, but okay. So I'm gonna get my knight developed into here. And then I'm going to castle next move. So we're basically fully developed. We're going to castle. Queen here might not be a bad idea. After I castle, I want to castle first for sure. We're just going to castle. I can actually take this with my queen, so. But I am planning on he's trying to be clever. Interesting. So he's gonna take my knight and mess up my pawn structure. That's fine. I don't... Ooh, he didn't do it. That is interesting. I really think he should have taken there. But if I bring my knight in, He takes with his knight. I take with the pawn is usually what I like to play. I think I'm going to do that. That way I don't have to deal with this anymore. Yeah, I think he should have taken the knight. It would have messed up my pawn structure. It would have been kind of I thought that was kind of clever what he was doing, but he didn't go for it. Okay, so he just attacks my knight. If I take his knight, he has to take with the pawn. I don't think I want to take, though. What to play now? So my bishop, I kind of want to take. If he pushes, I take, he takes. I don't really like that. If I take, he gets this big old ball in center. I don't think taking back like this is a terrible move. I'm gonna ask the bishop what it wants to do. Alright, so kind of a finicky move. If I drop back here, take this way. I don't know if I really want to do that. I think taking like this is fine. This bishop is a little bit annoying. Let's see. If I push this pawn, that's gonna undefend. Well, I mean, it's not undefended actually. My queen would defend it then. So if I play e4, he takes, I take. Play e4, he takes, I take, he takes. Probably wouldn't take. I'm going to actually play e4. I probably should have a rook on e1 doing this, but I think it's okay that my queen can take. And if he plays this move, I take, and he takes, I can just drop back. Yeah, interesting. Let's drink some coffee. I haven't really had a London position like this before. So he castles. If I take, he can just correct his pawn structure. If I play this, he takes, I take. So if I push e5 and he pushes, I don't think that would be that great for him. Maybe it would be. If I push e5, he takes. I can take with the queen. I'm attacking the bishop. Probably developing my rook over is not an awful move. I'm going to develop my rook to e2. This might be pretty inaccurate, but I think that I should be developing. Yeah, I looked at this. So if I take, he takes, I take back. Am I missing something? I'm up a pawn. He has another pawn hanging. Threatening the bishop. The board is opened up now. The board has opened up. So he's attacking the pawn. If I play rook to e2, it defends the pawn. Could also bring my queen all the way down. I am up a pawn. I'm gonna put my rook on e2, defending the pawn. I can continue defending the bishop like this, which I'm gonna do. I gotta be careful. My rook is also just hanging from the bishop right now. Yikes. Yikes, 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 yikes. If I bring the queen down here... Ew. My rook is straight up hanging. This is not a good scenario. If I take the pawn... What am I doing? Oh my word. I am very silly. Lord of mercy. He's probably seen that this is hanging. I don't know why he didn't it's completely hanging right now. If I push this pawn, I'm attacking the queen. Sticky situation. If I bring the queen back, I just lose the bishop. If I bring the queen here, he can take... I'm gonna do this. I don't know. I might lose right here, but I'm looking at the fact that I have this check and I might be able to win the queen. It doesn't work because he can take with the queen. Completely lost. Yeah, if I give this check, he can just take with the queen. That doesn't work very well. Well, my bishop is hanging, so I should probably make some moves. This is also like almost a checkmate. It's terrible. I shouldn't have played this either. This is just trying to trade queens in a completely losing game. Yikes. But I am attacking the rook. Doesn't really matter, right? Because I have to take the queen. Man. Terribly played. Terribly played. This is fun, though. I'll get to really analyze how I missed some opportunity. I'm pretty sure I was doing all right, and then he just complicated the game, and I didn't really know what to do. I'm also playing chess in the morning. I don't typically play in the morning. I play after work, but I enjoy this. It's nice. So my opponent's very much winning. Pin the rook to the king. I don't know. Seems like what I should do. Oh, he just resigns. Bro. Never resign. Oh my gosh. Oh man. I played with 63.4% accuracy. My opponent played with 58.7%. This was a very poorly played game by both of us. I had 1 blunder, 3 misses, 1 mistake, 2 inaccuracies. The list goes on. But, yeah. Let's see what we, That's really funny. I wouldn't have resigned if I was him. But, anyways, here we go. So far, so good. Just kind of regular opening. So, I noticed here that, this would have been a slightly annoying move. I think it gets dealt with my bishop just coming in anyways, but I always look for this because it's kind of a tactic to, you know, if I'm just defending this with my queen, I'm gonna be in trouble. So I played c3 to stop the knight from coming in to b4 for anything like that. Also, we have our pawn pyramid. This is kind of like typical London stuff. Here, I was debating on bringing the knight in, but I decided to bring the bishop out. I think actually bringing the knight in would have been a fine move, but the computer likes pinning the knight. My knight move was a mistake. Yeah, it did, it definitely was, a problem that I played this move right here. Their best move was to take the pawn and the bishop hangs. And, yeah, I see that now. That makes a lot of sense. I kind of always feel weird when I do have the bishops in a stare-off like this and my knight is in between. Like, that's not what you're supposed to do. You either wait on the knight move or play it first and move the knight somewhere else before you go to do this kind of thing. He didn't really do that. My best move here was definitely taking the knight, because he kind of got me tactically here, but he didn't do what I thought he was going to do. I think right now he should definitely take the knight, and the computer agrees. Like, that was what I thought he was doing. I thought that was a pretty clever tactic, but he didn't. It would have messed up my, you know, my king would have been a little more vulnerable. I lost like the roof of my house and on my castle, and he didn't do that. So I moved the knight. He blunders right here. That's hilarious. I didn't see that, so I'm sure y'all were screaming at me about that. That's funny as crap that I didn't see that. I moved the knight, like, so I'm trying to do a little more calculating in my head, and I'm trying to also show you guys stuff, but showing stuff on the board is making my time go down. I'm trying to work on my time management, and it's hard to talk and play at the same time. Also, it kind of like slows down my thought process a little bit. I'm faster at doing it sometimes in my head. It helps it does help to talk about my moves. Like, it helps me visualize them a little better sometimes, but I'm pretty used to positions like this, and I was like, my knight's under attack. I don't want him to take and mess up my pawn structure, so I was like, I'm gonna move the knight. And I did see that it attacked the bishop, but after I moved, or I thought about it for a little while, and after I moved my knight there, I like completely forgot that I had multiple kind of ideas with this, and one of them was to attack the bishop. Instead of just being like, yeah, it's a good spot for my knight, which, like, when he played this move, I just kind of like didn't think about the fact that I'm attacking the bishop. That's a flaw. That's a flaw. I gotta work on that. So, yikes. Anyways, I take the knight, missing a completely free bishop. I attack the bishop. I push this pawn. He takes. I take. I was like, all right, this is the board's getting opened up. It did want me to push e5. It looked like a good move. I mean, like, all it is doing is opening up the rook file, but my queen can take the pawn. My queen is attacking the bishop. It just feels pretty good there. The bishop has got like no squares really. Yeah, I mean, it can't go to any of these squares. If it goes here, I would just take and mess up his pawn structure. So I think that would have been a good move, and I should have played it. Gone with my gut. So he pushes the pawn instead. He takes this. I kind of saw this. Like, that was why I didn't like take immediately. I had already calculated that I can just take that, and I think I'm fine. But I did see that if he takes here, my bishop's hanging, so I have to make sure I take back with the bishop. The best move is actually to take back with the queen and get off of the pin, which makes a lot of sense. But then when he takes like this, I can't actually retake back until I move my bishop first, which this check exists, and then I could take that. That would be cool. I could also... Yeah, this is a better position for my queen. I guess actually, if he takes this, I can actually take the pawn back because I'm threatening his bishop, and if he does take my, I get his bishop. I guess that works. Also, don't forget, we have a battery. So his best move would have probably, in this position, been to drop the bishop back. And yeah, maybe in that case I can give the check, or I can just slide my queen over to give the check and then take the bishop. Yeah, that would have probably been an idea, because then I can also take this pawn. Yeah, I think that's what it would be, is queen to c4, giving check to the king. So yeah, if he moved his bishop here, I slide the queen over, giving the check. He's got to move his king over, and then I can take the bishop, and he's got doubled pawns. Yeah, that would have been a nice little series. Anyways, we get to this. This felt dangerous to me. This is straight up a blunder. We saw that in the game. I don't know where my head was at in this game. This is a very sloppy game on my end. I'm sure you guys were screaming, because it took me a minute to realize that I just straight up blundered my rook. Ugh. Terrible chess. Terrible. But my opponent, I think he saw this. Like, I don't think he didn't see it. I think he saw it. Let's look at what I should have played instead of this blunder. Just sliding the rook over or bringing the queen down. Yeah, I think the queen down was just a way, like, can't be a bad idea. I'm defending the pawn. It's defended. If he takes with the rook, I would definitely take with the queen, and we could trade queens. The bishop is kind of a problem child right here in the middle of the board, but I am staring at things. Like, honestly, I should have probably done something like this and maybe thought about taking the pawn, I don't know. Then I can drop back. I don't know. There's things to do in this position. Instead, I blundered my rook. He attacks my queen. I'm in, like, a problem right here. This is basically the only move that I had, and my entire hope was on the fact that I could give this discovery check and win the queen. Or, take the pawn with the bishop, check on the king, win the queen. His way out of it is just taking the rook, and he saw that. It says it's just a fair move, but it took away my entire tactic. So yeah, that's another fine move just to I think in this position I would have moved my rook for sure. Probably just dropped my rook back. Actually, yeah, I would have dropped my rook back. And we would have traded queens, and I would have felt a lot more comfortable. But yeah, I would have dropped my rook back. Because, again, it's just hanging. Not good. So, this is where we ended up. That was straight up a missed opportunity. That's awesome. So, I don't know why I didn't think this worked either. Excuse me. Bishop check. Bishop d5 check. He has to take, and I win the queen. So I had the same tactic, actually. I should have. I don't know. This game is hilariously bad. It's pretty awesome. And he just resigned after this. I don't know why. We both played like trash. I don't know what to say. It says I played like 950. So we need to tighten up. Tighten up. I have reached a new peak, however. So people at this level play like Garbo still. I think it's important for me to start studying again. I've kind of not been studying. I've just been enjoying playing chess at this level. It's a lot more fun playing guys like this. Everyone seemed to play pretty well. They don't usually blunder like constantly. This was a weird game. I don't always have these, but it is fun to play people over, 1,000 repeatedly. I much prefer it to playing like 900s and stuff, because they're either sweaty, like they're really good like for their level, or they like, I don't know. I plateaued really hard around 1,000 because there's people that want to get to 1,000 and they play like really good chess for what their rating is, and then there's other guys that just don't, and so it's hard to like find that middle ground where you're comfortable in that rating range. Anyways, that's just my experience. You guys might have a different experience. What is your experience with gaining ELO and getting caught in the vicious cycle of staying around the same rating range, if not even losing rating? I've had it happen a few times where I plateau or get my butt kicked for a little while, and it doesn't feel good. But you always come back strong if you really enjoy playing, which I do. And we have come back pretty strong. So we're the closest we've ever been to 1,200, and we're just going to keep it moving. And I hope you guys enjoyed this back and forth game. I sure did. And yeah, catch you next time.